What's up everybody on YouTube? This is Simon, and in this video I wanted to go ahead and go over the Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather fight, how much money it made, what it means for boxing, and what I thought about the fight. It was a big hyped event between a YouTuber and one of the best boxers ever to live. So before I get into this video, I always ask you hit or knock out that like button for me with a big punch, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. So let's get into this video. Okay, so last Saturday, I was actually in Florida, in Miami, and it turned out that Logan Paul and his brother Jake Paul were staying at the same hotel as I was at the Marriott in Aventura. This is where the fight took place. In fact, I was there Friday. I left Friday, the fight was Saturday. My brother-in-law actually took a picture with Jake Paul, which was pretty cool. He saw him coming out, and Jake Paul was totally nice. My brother-in-law is about 5'11". Jake Paul is pretty tall. He was a lot bigger. It's pretty cool to see him in person. He was very nice. But here's my thought overall on this whole thing. First of all, kudos to both Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather. Mayweather made $100 million off this fight. Paul pulled in $20 million, his biggest payday ever on anything that he's done. And it's pretty incredible that these two YouTubers, Logan and Jake, have been able to enter or place themselves in the boxing world. Now, between the two, I think Jake Paul is a much better boxer. I think he throws his punch a lot better. It's straight. Logan wails and kind of throws these roundhouse or roundabout punches, where Jake is more of a boxer. He can move in and out, throw jabs straight in and out. Between the fight with Mayweather and Logan Paul, Mayweather was outnumbered by about 40 pounds.
He was the bigger guy, a guy that came in over 200 and some pounds. I came in at 155, but no excuse. I had fun tonight.
So it is incredible that he kept charging and still staying in the fight. In Logan Paul's defense, this guy went 8 rounds with a professional boxer that's 50-0, and it being his second fight ever. That is pretty incredible, guys. So I give props to both people for putting this event together. Of course, this is what's happening in boxing now. You know, you're getting people that are popular to box, and that's a bigger draw in a fight than a professional fighter or anyone else that has trained their whole life to get to this level. So even with Floyd Mayweather fighting Logan Paul, this is probably one of Floyd Mayweather's biggest paydays when he fought a boxer that's not professional, that only had 1 or 2 previous fights. So I find this to be incredible. I think it really says what people want nowadays, and they want to see someone talking trash.
Quite literally, if I put a grandma in against Jorge Masvidal, she would have lasted longer than this guy.
They want to see a entertainment fight versus a professional skill fight. So this was entertainment. Now, the fight itself wasn't as entertaining. Unfortunately, I felt like it was kind of boring. In fact, it was one of the more boring boxing matches that I've ever saw. However, the fact that leading up to this fight, Logan did a great job selling it. He has a big following with millions of followers on YouTube and Instagram. He has a cool podcast you guys probably are aware of. And Mayweather has been a great promoter of money in the fight game.
You know, I gave the sport of boxing my whole life. I dedicated my whole life to the sport of boxing. All I ever wanted to do was put my family, my mother, my father in a comfortable position. The investments were for my grandchildren, not just my children.
Yeah.
You know, put them in a position. That's really what it's about.
Yeah.
Giving back.
So Mayweather knows how to promote himself. Logan obviously knows how to promote himself. That's how he got all of these followers. And that's why they both made so much money. Professional fighters all over the internet are complaining about their paydays. They've been doing this and they're professional, yet they're not getting paid as much money as someone like, say, Logan Paul. What they need to realize is the fact that the way money works is people pay for what they want to see. Drama or entertainment. They want to see someone knock someone out or see what happens when a professional boxer goes against a YouTuber. That has a better sell point than a no-name boxer that's coming up in the ranks that's been doing it since he was 8 years old. In comparison, Floyd Mayweather made $100 million on Saturday from that fight. Michael Jordan in his 10 years made about $90 million from his payroll, which is incredible. That's how big the promotion of boxing can be. Whether this fight was great for the boxing world, that's to be discussed by professionals, and people have opinions on both sides. I totally feel there is a niche for this. It's almost like celebrity deathmatch on MTV. I don't know if you guys remember MTV used to have that show.
There's never been any love lost between Jim Carrey and Mariah Carey.
Not since he embarrassed her with that talking butt cheeks routine he did at Comic Relief.
Well, this is what's happening. It's a YouTube death match and the promotion is already there. They just have to make the event happen. And when it happens, the two people get a lot of money. So the legend of YouTube and the legend of boxing went at it, and a lot of people were disappointed in the fight. I personally was disappointed in the quality of the fight. I think it's brilliant what both of them have done, and I applaud both of them. It's hard enough to make money nowadays, and they figured out a way to make a lot of money in a short period of time in promotion to cash out. Again, whether you think it's fair for professional fighters is not the point. You got to understand, money is determined based on how many people order those pay-per-views. The more people that order, the more money those two individuals get. And in this case, people want to see Paul brothers fight all the time. Now, Jake Paul as a boxer is pretty good. I've seen his boxing, and I can tell you that Jake Paul is the better boxer of the two. He is quicker. He has his great form down. His punches are straight and powerful. You could tell even in his Ben Askren fight, he knocked the guy out, actually heading backwards and still got him. Askren was not a good fighter. He's a wrestler. He looked like a dad bod gone wrong. Jake Paul's next fight with Tyrone Woodley is going to be on pay-per-view as well. Woodley has a super hard punch.
Jim Grant.
He's not a boxer as well. His last 4 fights he lost in the UFC, but he's one of the best welterweight fighters in the UFC ever. This is going to be a big test for Jake Paul in the boxing ring. Now, Woodley is not known to just stand and jab, jab, punch. He kicks, he tries to take you down, wrestle, and do things that UFC requires or mixed martial arts requires. This fight right here is going to be a big test for Jake Paul to see if he could knock out Woodley or even get through the rounds with him. And for Woodley, it's going to be difficult to see if he could just keep his hands up the whole time. That's what boxing is. So that's my thoughts on Jake Paul, Logan Paul, and this whole boxing scenario. Now, comment below, guys. Let me know if you think they are ruining the sport of boxing, if you think they're bringing awareness to paydays for fighters, because you know what, Jake Paul did make a good statement in regards to fighter paydays. He's trying to bring awareness to it, and I applaud him for that, where fighters are getting paid not that much money and the people promoting it are getting paid all of the money. That's the big question here. Are they helping the sport? Are they ruining the sport? And you let me know below. I would love to hear or see what you guys say. In regards to the next event, I'll definitely watch Jake Paul fight Tyrone Woodley. I think it's going to be a good fight in regards to his biggest challenge. It may finally shut up Jake Paul if Tyrone does his thing. He is a tremendous MMA fighter, definitely not a tremendous boxer. In fact, he's more of a wrestler again, but he definitely has a much better chance than Askren did, who's not a fighter or puncher at all. Or if Jake Paul picked a fight with Robbie Lawler, for example, that would be a tremendous fight that I would definitely pay for and tune in, because that's a brawler and a boxer and a puncher. And it seems to me that the first few fights with these guys has been fights with people that aren't real boxers, that are retired, are not in the best shape, etc. So this is going to be a good fight, a good challenge, and that's my thought on it. I think it's a big payday. I think there's a niche. I don't think it's going away, and I think there's going to be even more YouTube fights happening, particularly with the Paul brothers and other people on YouTube getting into it for these tremendous big paydays. It's going to keep happening. Hope you guys liked this video. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. If you did like it, knock that like button out for me as well. And I'll catch you guys here in the next video. Thanks, guys. What's up, guys? I'm Simon Katz. This is my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching this particular video. This channel is about investments, business, entrepreneurial advice, lifestyle, and my passions. I try to make this content as entertaining to you as possible and engaging as possible. Some of the things you'll see on my channel will be exotic watches or timepieces that I'll review and give you my feedback on. Investment advice from the stock market to real estate, which is a passion of mine, running a business, starting a business, relationships, and everything in between. I personally started this YouTube channel because I've learned a lot on YouTube myself. And to me, I didn't have someone growing up helping me, guiding me along the way to learn certain things. As a person that owns several businesses, is a member of some of the most elite credit cards in the world, including the JP Morgan Reserve card, the American Express Centurion card, also known as the Black card, and someone that has been successful building several companies into the millions of sales. I am sharing my experiences here on this channel. Follow my channels on Instagram at Simon I Know. Come along for the ride. Please always hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Comment below. If you notice, I've always answered your comments and questions to my best ability and within a reasonable amount of time. I love doing these videos and I love helping people out to achieve their goals. I hope that I am encouraging and I hope that you like what you see. So if you have anything to share with me, all opinions are welcomed. And I thank you for visiting my channel and watching my videos. Thanks again, guys.